Hi dears, welcome to our science class. In the previous class, we discussed about diversity in respiration. Plants also take in oxygen from their surroundings and release carbon dioxide. This gaseous exchange occurs through minute pores in the leaves called stomata. The rate of respiration in plants is less when compared to animals. Thus, we can say respiration is the vital process occurs in plants and animals, and it is the process by which organisms take in oxygen from their surroundings and release carbon dioxide. What happens to the oxygen that reaches the lungs? You learned that respiration is the exchange of gases. This gaseous exchange has three stages. We have so far discussed the first of these stages. Observe the given illustration. It is the blood that carries oxygen to all cells and receives carbon dioxide from the cells and carries it to the lungs. Now you can explain why certain medicines, glucose, etc. are injected into the blood. Through blood, the medicine and glucose are easily transported to different parts of the body. Hence, we get a sudden effect. All organisms have blood. But the blood of all organisms have not red in color. The blood of human is red in color. It is due to the presence of a pigment in blood called hemoglobin. It is a compound of iron and protein. Hemoglobin plays a part in carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide. All the organisms have no red colored blood. In insects, spiders, etc., blood is not red in color. Transportation of substances in insects takes place through the fluid filled in their body cavities. Since hemoglobin is absent, it is not red in color, nor does it have specific tubes to flow through. Organisms which have only single cell in their body are called unicellular organisms. This single cell performs all the life activities like movement, respiration, etc. There is no need of a separate mechanism to transport substances in unicellular organisms. The medium of transport is cytoplasm. Blood is not present in all organisms, but all organisms have a mechanism for transporting oxygen and nutrients. The hippopotamus is known as an organism which have red sweat. The red drop secreted to the outside of the skin is called blood sweat, but it is neither blood nor sweat. It is a secretion released by glands situated just below the skin to destroy pathogens. Hemoglobin is a pigment which provides red color to the blood. It is present in the red blood corpuscles, RBC. During respiration, oxygen from the lungs diffuses into the blood. It is the hemoglobin in the RBC which actually receives oxygen from the lungs. What are the other types of cells present in the blood? Let's see. Observe a slide of blood cells through the microscope. For that, let's prepare a slide of human blood smear. Clean ring finger of left hand with cotton soaked in alcohol or spirit. Sterilize the needle. Then prick the tip of the finger with the needle and press the finger. Blood starts oozing out. Put a drop of blood on one end of the clean slide. Place another slide with one end at 45-degree angle on the first slide. Bring the upper slide near the drop of blood and touch it. This would spread the blood along the end of the slide, forming a uniform layer. Push the upper slide rapidly towards the opposite end, all along touching the first end. Let the smeared slide dry. Put a few drops of Leishman stain and dip the slide in water to wash the excess stain. Dry the slide and observe it under the high power microscope. So you can see like this. The major constituents of blood are its fluid part called plasma, red blood cells RBC, white blood cells WBC, and platelets. Let's conclude today's session. The more about the constituents present in the blood we'll discuss in our next class. See you again. Thank you.